So welcome everybody. So thrilled that you could be with us this morning. I get the pleasure of introducing Mary. Mary Koenig is from Manasquan, New Jersey, a small beach town on the Jersey Shore. She lives there with her husband, Matt, and their 4 kids, ages 10, 12, 15, and 17. Mary started her Juice Plus business 7 months pregnant with their second child. And what started as a hobby is now her full-time passion and career. I think many of us can relate to that. She loves sharing and gifting the health information about Juice Plus products as much as helping others to start their virtual franchise. The personal development Mary has had in the past 15 years is immeasurable. I can attest to that as well. Mary's motto is, I do business for my family and with my family, which I think is so cool. Mary reached National Marketing Director in the spring of 2013, and in October 2014, she was nominated for the prestigious Elton Award for 12th Club Member of the Year. And this is really cool. Mary was the speaker at 3 different Juice Plus Lives. So this is like a massive treat that we've got here all to ourselves, having a Juice Plus Live speaker. So, and she says that NMD really stands for now more dedication, and is so excited for what the future holds for her business. And so, Mary, we're just really thrilled that you were able to come on here and take your time, because I know that now more dedication means truly more dedication, and how much time that is. So we're just so thrilled that you would spend some time with us this morning. So go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for this call. And I have to admit, I'm going to be sharing a few slides on a PowerPoint. It's a mixed presentation this morning on vision, but also how you get your vision, and then really the activity that you need to get there. And looking at this beautiful flyer that Jake did for me, and I was like, I tried to whip up some slides this morning, and you guys, PowerPoint is not my thing. So I'm gonna do the first half, some PowerPoint that somebody else made me those slides. And then the second half, I'm just gonna share from my heart. So I realized that there's some new people on the call. So I'm going to share my story. And I will start this. Okay, so it's entitled The Secret Sauce, and this will be the first half of the call, and I'm gonna just take up 30 minutes of your time. And thanks for jumping on this morning. What a great way to start your week, by jumping on this team call, and thanks for Susie and Jake for putting this together. So, you know, when I started my Juice Plus business 15 years ago, this month is my 15th year with the Juice Plus company. I would really search out, you know, building my business. I would be attending events, and I would seek out, you know, my Juice Plus crushes in the business, so to speak. Who were those that were like rocking the business that I would hear on, at the time, VoiceCom or now our Voxer system, that I just, you know, would seek them out. They were super successful, and ask them, you know, what is the secret to this? And looking back on my journey, 100% know that it's consistency. And this presentation will talk about that. And then at the end, we're going to really dive a little bit deeper and talk about vision, because that goes hand in hand. So I started this business 15 years ago. I have 4 kids, like Jake read in the bio. So I started this when my oldest was 2, and she's 17 now. So my kids have had Juice Plus, not only seeing me do this business and this being part of this company, but also there are products in their bodies their whole lives, pretty much. And you know, it's one of the tools I say as a mom in our toolbox to keep my family super healthy. We've had great results, nothing earth shattering, but just good, solid nutrition day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, has kept our immune systems and then supported our immune systems to keep them super strong. I do this business with my best friend. That's Renee, who's also national marketing director with our company. We all have new titles now with the comp plan, but so anyway, Renee and I were college roommates. She asked me to do this with her, and I basically laughed and said, no way. I have never done sales. Like, I was never even a waitress before. So I said, like, that's you got to be in sales to be a waitress even. And I was like, no way. I could never do anything like that. And 15 years ago, what our marketing tools were health talks by DVD, by doctors on DVDs. So she sent me the DVD in the mail, and I watched it. And as I watched it, I was like, well, this is something that, I would love to share with other people, like this DVD. So I remember calling Renee and saying, okay, like if I could hand out that DVD, is that what you do? Is that how you do this, business? And she was like, yes, that's all I do is I pass out information. I was like, well, I could do that. So I got started and I had really small goals for this. I was not business minded. I was not a numbers girl. I went to school for teaching. I had no envision of myself being successful with something like this. So with that being said, I set a really small goal for myself. I wanted to make $100 a month. And for me, to get my Juice Plus at the best possible price. So I set that goal and I took off. And what happened for me is because I became so passionate about the product information, I was really kind of fearless, ignorance on fire, so to speak, of passing out those DVDs. And I would have such conviction passing them out. I would literally go up to people like at the playground or at the park and hand them the DVD and go, do you have the next 48 hours to watch this? Because, if you don't, I'm not going to give this to you. I have a waiting list. And people would be like, yeah. So they would take it and I would follow up in 48 hours, either drive to their house and pick it up, or, I just had so much urgency and weighted value on the DVD when I was handing them out. That really propelled me. And I got a ton of customers in a short amount of time, actually over 80 customers in 4 months, because I was so passionate about the information on those DVDs. So, it's a little different now. 15 years later, we can hide behind our text and a video. So that's why I encourage my team, when you're sending a video, which primarily is a lot of times through social media platforms or text, voice text it. Do a selfie video of yourself, sharing your passion. People can't read the excitement and how excited you are for the information that you're going to send them through a text message. So either a voice text or a selfie video, and of course, belly to belly conversation would be the best so they can feel your excitement. So that kind of started my business. I was passionate about the product. And then for the first 10 months, it was really on this hobby mindset. I didn't understand the compensation plan. I had no idea I was getting paid, but I just kept sharing. And then I was encouraged to go to our leadership conference. And our company typically in normal days, not COVID, has a conference, Juice Plus Live conference twice a year. And I was invited to go, and I went to conference, and it was that conference where I saw the big picture to this. I realized that my sphere of influence, I could only reach so many people, but if I locked arms with other people and built a team, I could impact more in my community for health and wellness. And I don't know why I didn't lock onto this sooner in my Juice Plus career, because I am all about team. I was an athlete. I played team sports all through high school and college, and team and doing something with a buddy is just who I am. So I think what held me back in the beginning from building a team is I had a little bit of the ITC syndrome. I'm too cool. And also fear, because I didn't grasp the compensation plan. And I thought to myself, how can I bring somebody on if I have no clue what I'm doing? So maybe I didn't trust the process, and realize that, at that conference, I want to build a team and need to build a team, and I'm going to do this. So at conference, made a decision. I want to go all in, learn the comp plan, build a team, and get to national marketing director. Came home, told my family, and we built a family dream board, and we went all in. And it took me 6 years to get to national marketing director. And I did it having babies and, working in my, I would say, my parked car in my driveway at night just to get in a quiet spot. And I'll never forget those early years of building the business. But because I had that commitment to getting to national marketing director, I treated my business, I treated it as a business and touched my business every single day. So that's what leads me to this, consistency. So the secret sauce really is consistency. And consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. So consistency is the key. So we do 5 activities every day, or every month, not every day, every month, that will build your Juice Plus business to build it consistent. So we want to attend corporate and team sponsored training events. This is a team event right now. So I don't know, every Monday, do you guys have this at 11 Eastern? So every Monday, this is like a non-negotiable. Log on to your team call. Susie and Jake and the other leaders put a ton of effort in time of planning these and who's going to speak. So this, for me, our team calls are Monday nights at 9. It's like the easiest thing for somebody to do, to log on to get filled up. We don't have a ton of live corporate events, obviously, but when we do, you want to plug into them. So our Juice Plus live events, we're having our home edition, which is coming up in October. Get creative of how you can build team momentum to get your team on there, and you yourself. The ticket is so affordable. It's pre-recorded, so you can log on when you can if you're working Monday through Friday. There, it's going to be awesome. And then the other thing is, you want to have a list of names every month. Okay, it's super important to write down these list of names. I really don't care how you track it. If you're like a computer person, if you want it on Excel spreadsheet, if you want to have it on your phone, or if you're a paper and pen gal like I am, just, you need the list of names every month. Then you're going to commit to the 5-1 activity. You're going to host live monthly events, and you're going to focus on that positive mindset. I forgot I have slides to each one of these, and I got ahead of myself. Okay, so attending corporate team training. Again, these are the big rock events. And Kurt Beaver says we want to attend a big rock event every 90 days. Okay, it just keeps you filled up. It keeps you plugged in. So we have our Juice Plus Live regionals, boot camps. I'm going to the pageants boot camp in November. I am so excited to be around other people and plugged into my team there. And then again, the weekly Zoom calls, I touched on that. So what do events do? They give our business and our community social validity. So I remember being in Boston a couple of years ago at an event I was asked to speak at, and I have a customer up there, so I invited her to the health talk the night before the regional, and my guest, Ellen, who's my customer, showed up, and she goes, "Oh, so-and-so's here. She's a Juice Plus person. Oh, that's cool. She's a nurse." So it was somebody, a third party that she saw there that she knows outside of Juice, in her circle, that gave Juice Plus more social validity. Ellen was excited to see her nurse friend connected to Juice Plus. Events also keep your head, and I always say your heart, in the game. Okay, it's really easy to have a ton of head knowledge with Juice Plus, but being part of this mission is where it's going to tug on your heartstrings. And that's where events, that belly to belly, person to person, and again, I know we're in different circumstances, will keep your heart in the game. And their events are also the lifeline and love line for your business. Okay. So the next slide, list of names. This is super important, like I touched on a little bit about before, but if you just do 20 names a month, you will complete a 5-1. And that's our team monthly goal, is to complete a 5-1. So 5 new customers and 1 new teammate every month. That will keep your business moving forward. Okay, so every month I have a list of 20 names of prospects that I'm going to reach out to about the product. Our team follows the weekly planner. So Monday is Momentum Monday, and that is pick 5 names every Monday of who you're going to reach out to, and that will get your week going. So again, keep your names organized, and it'll keep you on track, and it'll keep you intentional of who you're reaching out to. So the 5-1 is, again, 5 new customers, 1 new teammate. And this was statistically proven by my statistics girl, Renee O'Neill, who's total numbers girl. I'm like the show me how to do it and I'll do it girl. And she's the I'm going to sit back and analyze how we do it. So we make a great team. So Renee tracked 5-1 every month for 6 months. And she found out that how to do a 5-1, you have to do the 20-20. So 20 prospects about the business, 20 prospects about the product. So you will do a 5-1 if you commit to reaching 20 people about the product, 20 people about the business. As your skill set improves, because I know we have some new people on the call today, as your skill set improves, these numbers might be a little different, but the 20-20 is a great place to start. So how do you find the names every month? Well, go through your existing customers is a great place to start for team, but go through the memory jogger and this mission-driven model. We don't use that anymore. Focus on the Freedom Rev. But just think of like your Christmas card list, your phone, your cell phone, your kids' teams that they're on, school lists. Just get creative of trying to find names to add to that monthly memory jogger. Not going to dive into this because we're not doing a ton of that right now. But the second part to that is the positive mindset. So let me get my notes here. Let me see what's next. Okay, so positive mindset is 98% of your Juice Plus business. Okay, you need to have a positive mindset. And it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. Tony Robinson, consistency leads to habits. Habits form actions we take every day, and actions lead to success. So for me, when I started, and I still continue to do this, what books are you reading? Try to read one personal development book a month. Some of my favorite authors are Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki, Darren Hardy. He wrote The Compound Effect. There's also Mel Robbins, the 5-minute, 5-minute rule. There's so many out there. Okay. What are you filling your mind with? It takes a super positive mindset to do this business. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're working on that mindset. Be careful of the words that you're using. I'm big on this with my team. I don't allow them to say, always, or just words like that are negative. And let me give you an example. Like one new girl, she just said, when I reach out to people, I always get no's or something like that. I'm like, that's not true. You don't always, so be careful of the words that you're saying. We also have the Brave Leaders course, and that's through the Juice Plus company. Several of you might have already done that or are in that program. It's awesome. If you get invited to do it, I highly recommend it. And then Harriet Sulzer, who's, as you know, we're all on her team. She says you have to have a burning desire to succeed, to do this. And I know that she's right. This business is just like a part of me. It's who I am. I feel that if I don't touch my business every day, which by the way, isn't very long, if you put in 30 minutes a day of solid IPA, income producing activities every day in this business, you will create consistency. So you don't need 4 hours of time block to do this business. It's really 30 minutes can get you there. But it's touching it every single day. And when you have a positive mindset and when you focus on that, you're going to want to touch your business every day. My thing's not working. Okay. So once you have all of this consistency, something amazing happens in your business, and it's called Big Mo. Raise your hand if you know what Big Mo is. No, don't raise your hand because I can't see you all. Okay, Jake, raise your hand. Okay, Big Mo is momentum. And this is what Darren Hardy talks about in The Compound Effect. So when I talk about doing your business for just 30 minutes a day, over time, that compound effect will take place, and then you have momentum. And when you have momentum, you couldn't stop it if you tried. So Big Mo is, I like to give the example of like a sunny day. It's like amazing weather. You're feeling really good. Like you're having even a good hair day. you have your meal plan for dinner, what you're going to make for your family, like your car's clean, like all the amazing things that you have like in your brain that you have to do are checked off, and you're like, this is amazing, I'm having such a productive day. That's momentum, and that momentum gives you physical energy. So it'll show up even like in other areas of your life, in relationships, and how you're being as a mom and a wife and all those other areas, it shows up. And that is momentum. Momentum gives you this physical energy. It's like things are popping, and I know I'm from New Jersey and whatever, but it's like things are popping. You're like excited and things are rocking and rolling, I like to say. That momentum, once you have momentum, okay, gives you, sorry, my thing isn't working. Confidence. Where's that slide? Okay, so once you have momentum, then you have confidence, okay? When you have confidence, you're bulletproof, you're rock solid. You don't have time to think about the person who said no, or that teammate who literally goes into the witness protection program after you've signed them up, because things are popping. Like I said, you're on a roll. You have this momentum. You have things in the pipeline, other people in the pipeline, and you're not focused on the no's or the people, that don't want to do this with you. So confidence is an amazing thing to have, and it happens when you have consistency. So I think that wraps up that part of that. Okay, so now let's dive into, and again, I don't have any fancy slides, but I know who to reach out to when I do need a new slideshow, Jake. That's amazing. So let's talk about the vision piece to this, okay? And I realize the time, I'm gonna spend about 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna wrap it up. During this state of what we're in such a division in our country and just everything. And I'm not going to get into that, but can you feel it? Can you feel the weight of that? I know I can. And with online learning, I have my daughter home online learning, my son's every other day, and the two kids are in school, but it's just so much change going on right now that I really lost sight of my vision for what I want for this business and also for my team, and it was like, I found myself a couple of months ago, like, gosh, like, Mary, what do I want with this? And just, I had to realign myself and refocus and capture a new vision for myself. And, I have one more, because they realigned the comp plan. I have another position in the company that I can achieve for, and a $25,000 bonus, which is pretty cool. So that's presidential marketing director. And I thought to myself, I don't even know what I need for that. Isn't that terrible? Because when you have something like our Juice Plus business, every goal is mapped out for you. And if you do not know what you need for each position, then you're like, what's going on here? So you need to map out what you need exactly for each position. So I remember, okay, I have this presidential marketing director position, an awesome bonus. And I remember when I was going for qualifying national marketing director, so QNMD, and I wanted to hit 12 clubs. I wanted to go to the Eltons. For months, I mapped it out. And for months, I had that 12 club listed out by name, exactly what they needed. And I had it on a sheet of paper, and it hung by my kitchen sink, because that's where I spent a lot of time doing dishes. And every day I reviewed those names every day. And, that was several years ago. And I kind of like lost sight of that. That's what I did. That's how I reached that goal, because that vision was crystal clear right in front of me. So I got excited because a couple of weeks ago, last month, the Pajama Regional. Were you guys all on the Pajama Regional? A lot of you. It was awesome, right? So it got me excited, and it got me re-energized for having crystal clear vision for my business. So with doing the Pajama Regional and getting excited, and then taking a small personal development course, which as a leader, investing into your business and investing into personal development courses are amazing. And we have several Juice Plus people that offer them. Like Catherine Lee has a great course that I highly recommend. So anyway, I took this course and I was reminded of how important it is to have vision in your life, right? It's a Bible verse, without vision, people perish. So this is the part that I want to dive into right now. So crafting vision for your life. And, you know, do you know that 2% of people are committed to taking the actions that are going to change their life? So 2%. So let's be the 2% that are going to take the actions to commit that are really going to change our life. So when you set a goal, you have to be super crystal clear on what that goal is and the why behind that goal. So I think that God puts desires in our hearts for a reason, and don't overthink this vision. Okay. So what I did, what the exercise was, literally was this, and you can't read this. This is my vision, but I just wrote down my vision is, okay. And then I will give you the areas that she talked about of what you want to touch on your vision. And this is where I'm going to read this. But after you have your vision, you're going to want to read it every single day. So for every morning now, I have a new morning process. I do not look at my phone for the first, well, it's really until 8 a.m. I wake up at 5:30. I do my workout. I do my prayer time, my other stuff that I do. Before I wake up the kids, it's called a morning process. And I do not look at my phone or social media until I drop off the kids, which is around 8:15. Then I get home at 8:30. So it's completely been a game changer for me, because I don't want to let the world in and infiltrate my mind and my vision before I've done my part of getting my mind right for the day. So this is the exercise. So it's the power of reading your vision every day and not just sticking it on a shelf, is that you have a crystal clear image of your why, of why you're working so hard in this business. The more you'll read it, the more you'll come to believe it. So the magic question is, if you had all the money and all the time in the world, what would your life look like in 2 to 3 years? Okay. So allow yourself 15 minutes to do this. So again, the question is, if you had all the money and all the time in the world, what would your life look in 2 to 3 years? So some life categories to consider when you're writing your vision, and this is going to be the exercise, and you can follow up with, you know, Susie and Jake, however you guys want to do this as a team. Do this with an accountability partner. You know, find somebody so that you can read this vision to, your husband, your best friend, your dog, whoever. Just read it out loud, okay? But these are some of the categories. There's 6 categories that you want to incorporate in your vision. So your job, what are you doing? How many hours a day are you working? Where are you working? With whom? Do you have a team? And I can make a copy of this and Susie can put it in your team page. But what are they doing? Do you have a mentor? Are you a master of your craft? So basically, like, my vision starts with, I have a team of incredible like-minded women that have the helper's high to, I have a huge team of women who have the helper's high that are committed to reaching their goals. So that's part of my vision. You know, what is your vision? And again, it's for your Juice Plus business. What about your finances? How much are you making? Do you have debt that you have to pay? You know, do you live debt free? What is it? What's your vision that you want to create with this? So what's your annual income? Do you get bonuses? How much do you have in savings? Are you investing? How are your investments going? Okay, so write that, be crystal clear in your vision. So I have that written down, what my annual income is, the bonus that I get, and I added my presidential marketing director bonus, that $25,000. I wrote down, I get bonuses for when I promote out sales coordinators and QSCs. So write that down in that part for your vision for your finances. Then your home. or do you want like a dream home, that house on the ocean or the lake or the mountains? Like, what is it? Or do you, you love the home you're in now? That's awesome. Like, what does your home look like? Like, what, get specific about it too. Like the paint color, the flooring, like the view, like what does it feel like for the vision for your home? Okay. Go deep with that. The next category is relationships. For me, I wrote on my vision that my married life to Matt is amazing. We know each other's language. He is caring. He's thoughtful. We are passionately in love. We laugh all the time. I had to write that down there because that's what I want. Is that the case? No, no. I mean, I have to literally remind myself, okay, kiss Matt when he gets home from work. Like, schedule it in. So write that as part of your vision, whatever you want for your relationships. And I have in there my relationships with our kids, that our house is filled with joy and laughter, and our kids are fun to be around, and they think that we're fun to be around. They love spending time with us. My son, Peter, who, has trouble with self-control, and we're working on that. I wrote that as part of my vision, that Peter's having self-control. So this is what I'm reading every morning. I'm starting my day with this crystal clear vision. So think about your relationships, put that in there as well. And then your health, we represent Juice Plus. Is your health where you want it to be? Do you have the energy? Is your body strong? Are you confident in your body? Do you have aches and pains? I wrote down for my vision that my body is strong and lean, and I don't have any, I'm pain free. And so that's it. So the vision is super crystal clear on where I'm going with this. And as a leader, you have to have crystal clear vision, because people want to follow people who know where they're going. That's the bottom line. It's like the Pied Piper. Like, people want to follow people who know where they're going. So when you're crystal clear on your vision and for this business and how you want your life to look like, you're going to be able to build this amazing community of what I call go-givers that are going to go out there and change the world. Because that's what this company can offer. We are a mission-driven company that is impacting communities for healthy living. And when you get fired up about that, when you're consistent with your Juice Plus business, it creates that momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And it starts with having a clear vision for what you want in your life. So that's it. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Jake and Susie's getting her hair done. Thank you so much for inviting me onto the call.
Wow, Mary, thank you so much. I am definitely a vision kind of person. I love that. I love casting vision for people, but you really helped me to tweak the way that I'm going to do that. So thank you so very much. Does anybody, y'all can unmute yourself and thank Mary yourselves. I'm going
to take a picture of this that I took that course for, and you guys can post this image in your team page. Just helps jog your memory of more things in your life to like cast vision for, and to be streamlined and specific about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't take notes fast enough, so that'll be great.
Oh, good.
That'll be great. Thank you so much. I am pumped up. I'm glad that we do this on Monday mornings, because now I'm pumped up for the rest of the week.
No, Momentum Monday. Awesome. Right, and Jake, I'll see you on the Eagles call tonight.
Yes, I will see you then, Mary. Thank you again so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Well, I want to welcome, we've got some new people on the line here. Wanda, you're here. Yay! Wanda is a brand new partner with Olga. I had the pleasure of doing a connection call with Wanda and Olga last week. And Wanda, you want to just unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Maybe. Hello. I just taught a class and it ends at 11 o'clock. So I still
we all come as we are. So no worries.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm from Canada. I don't know how many of you are, but Olga and I hooked up in a Tony Robbins summer retreat. But yeah, no, I'm a personal trainer, holistic nutrition coach, fitness instructor. And when I found out of this, because I was looking for a protein powder, Olga noticed me on the feed and we just hooked up from there. And now I am going to sell them. And I have a whole list of people that I could suggest this to. So yeah,
Awesome.
I'm excited about it. So
I was thrilled when Olga told me that you said yes. I had a feeling that you were going to
yeah,
after our conversation that day. So I'm really thrilled. Would you share with everybody what you told us that day, that you've been approached by a lot of other companies and what you could do with that if you chose to?
All right. Yes. Yeah, I've been in the industry now for 15 years, the fitness industry, and I've been approached by so many different things I could sell, like Beachbody, the keto diet, the isogenics, the everything under that. I'm sure you guys know a million of them. But I could probably make a lot of money on it because people trust what I say. But for me, it's about being able to sleep at night too. Like I can sell something, make tons of money on it, but I know with my heart that it's not going to help them in the long run. So yeah, so I've never actually joined in on any of those bandwagons until I come up past Juice Plus, because it's so organic and so real. Like it's not, to me, it's not something that is just a quick fix and then you end up back where you were before. Like eating a capsule of vegetables is eating a vegetable. Like it is just amazing. So yeah, my heart, I could sleep at night. So yeah, this
Awesome.
is why I chose Juice Plus.
Awesome. Well, we're thrilled you're with us. Absolutely
Thank you.
thrilled.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Rhonda, what Canada are you from?
Ontario, Southern Ontario.
I have friends in Calgary.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. We're a little ways. Yeah, we're south of Toronto.
Well, we're thrilled that you're here with us. We
Well,
meet
thank
every
you.
Monday morning, 10
Yes.
o'clock Central Time. I don't know what time zone you're on, but
It's 11. Yeah.
yeah, every Monday morning. So anybody have anything that they want to share? Any